Okay, hello and welcome back to the third part of our Civilization 6 game as Russia. Had to stop and think who I was playing as then. A couple of different Civilization 6 games on the go at the moment. Started a little bit early tonight, which makes a change. Well, I say a little bit early, almost on time. Hello there, Pacifier. Hello there, Cam. I do love how somebody had actually put a dislike on this stream before the stream had even started. I was just waiting there, and it just, there was a dislike on it before I even started streaming. It's nice that someone's taken the time to go and dislike lots of my videos, because it has been happening a lot recently. If only they knew that dislikes actually help the channel out, rather than, you know, do any sort of damage. But, yeah, if that person wants to keep leaving dislikes, bring them on. Guru of the Hex Base World. Well, I'm definitely not the Guru of the Hex Base World, given that I've won one in my last sort of 12 games of Overwatch, so certainly not hacking in that. So, barbarians we've dealt with, trade route capacity we're always behind on, and we went to war with Arabia. I seem to remember they had some sort of city over here that we... was it this one or was this ours? I can't remember. We took a city. They had one here, little troll city, we took it out. That's basically what I remember. So, let's go and jump in on the next turn. I don't know what it is. A lot of the streams have been getting downvotes. Only one or two, and over the last, probably since just before Christmas, almost all of my videos, well, not almost all, but a good portion of them have been getting like one, maybe two downvotes. So I know it's one or two people, or one person with two accounts that's doing it all. But so it really doesn't actually hurt the videos, because YouTube just sees it as a user interaction. And as far as YouTube's concerned, a user interaction is good. So whether it's an upvote or a downvote, YouTube's all for it. You want me to trade you a lot of different luxuries for not much at all, but that's not going to happen. Francisca, hello. Welcome back to the stream. I remember you were here the other day. And of course, there's always Tibor here, making sure that the chat keeps in line. Although we've done pretty well for a while. We've not had that guy with his 28 different marketing accounts that keeps coming back in to just spam random rubbish, so that's nice. So, I declared this war on Arabia, and at the moment all of my units have basically got little to no health because of that other battle over here. So we need to get everybody over to the east. I don't think he has an awful lot, to be honest. If we go and look at the overall score for domination, and who are we looking for? Arabia. He's got a military strength of 180 compared to my 961. Now, it has been noticed... Oh, +1 range on the bombard. Very nice. Hello there, John. Thanks very much for joining the stream. It has been noticed, not just by myself, but by a few other players of this game, including Marbazir, that since the last patch, something has gone quite strange. Mainly that the AI seem to keep struggling to build units for whatever reason. So, not exactly sure why that is. We've both encountered it. I'm going to keep this field cannon here as a defensive measure, and we'll start moving units forward. So we want to take out Mecca. We definitely want Cairo, because it's the capital. And we might want to take Medina and Aleppo, just so we've got a way of getting in. Because at some point, we're going to have to go and deal with India. His capital's all the way over here. He's got quite a few, well, I say quite a few units. Most of these are traders. We'll see. We'll get to that problem when we get to that problem. In the meantime, we move everything up and just keep spamming out great works with the artist. Not that I'm going for a cult. Well, I say I'm not going for a culture victory. I haven't really decided what type of victory I'm going for yet. So if it ends up being a culture victory, then it ends up being a culture victory. Yeah, this is always the problem with streaming, Francisca, is whenever I do it, I'm always going to end up doing it at a time that is not suitable for somebody. Which is one of the reasons why, now that I'm streaming more regularly, one, I try to schedule them so people know when they're going to happen. And two, I actually just upload it to the channel when it's done, so even if you miss it, you should still be able to catch up with it later on. Let's go... I'd like steel, actually, so we could get artillery. But I really don't... Do we have any coal at all? Don't think we've even unlocked the tech for coal. Let's go for economics then. Beijing. What do we want to do here? We have amenity problems. Sewer doesn't help with amenity problems. might be time to get an entertainment complex. Might as well go and put it on that tile there. We'll start sorting out some of the issues that we have. Pop you again. And I guess you guys want to heal up, but any of you that are at full or close to full health will start moving forwards. You don't have enough movement left, but on your next turn we'll have a little pop in and a little pop out, see if we can see what is around. And everybody else can just heal up. Quite oddly, I've actually got more melee units than ranged units. It's normally the other way around for me. The China series, was that the China series that I did as a stream, or the China series that I did as a natural Let's Play series? Because both of them were finished. The China series, the stream should be completely uploaded. Fairly certain it was. And the Chinese game is definitely being fully uploaded and released. St. Petersburg. Could start getting some Cossacks, but I'm not sure how useful they're going to be. Let us go ahead and work on... Could still use some more ships, because I get a feeling later on we're going to be using a lot of ships for stuff. Let's go and work on another frigate. While I really do like this interface mod, because I'm playing another game of Civilization at the moment, it's getting really sort of jarring going from one game without the mod into another game with the mod. It's like having to constantly relearn it every time I play. Ah, so you do have a unit there. That's a Mamluk. We don't really want to fight that. You do have a settler, but we can actually reach you from here. So we'll fire at you with the field cannon. And that almost killed you off. I'm actually going to take the risk there. If I can steal that settler. I don't really want the settler, but... free unit. Now, of course, the city can fire at the night, which is problematic, but... again, we're not terribly bothered about that. Do you get a second shot? You probably would do. Yeah, but you've got no target, so that's fine. And we have a builder. Now, I'm sure I built you for some reason. I don't remember what that reason was, but... obviously did build you for some reason. Let's go over there and connect up that tobacco. Although we already have 5, so it's probably a bit of a waste. Might have to find another job for you. Um, 20 could well be the last one, actually. Let me just have a quick look for you. I can soon tell you the answer to that. If I look in my playlists. And where are we? Civilization China. Yep, there's only 20 videos. That is the full playthrough. It's just the 20. Right, so let's keep looking. Not that there's going to be much over here. Might find a goodie hut or two. On to the next turn we go. There was a time when I used to put end on the final video of a series just to make it clear that it was the end, but I don't always do that. But it's very rare. It happens sometimes, but it's very rare that I will ever just stop a series in the middle. Or the occasional game that I do it on, but no, that's definitely complete. Right, let's let's move the knight out. For some reason it doesn't want to let me. Oh yeah, because it's a unit there. Let's move the knight out and then we'll take the promotion. So he gets his health back and then we'll move over here with the settler. So well done, you've lost your settler. Do you have the range to hit it from here? Yes, you do. We can already start hitting Mecca. Fantastic. And the other bombard is at full health. So let's start getting through with you. You don't have the range, unfortunately. This musketman actually has a promotion, though. We do like promotions. Another great writer. Another sound effect getting stuck, because I can hear it looping around over and over again. So you've got amenity problems as well, do you? And you've got an entertainment district there. So I guess we build the zoo. And start moving you up to the front. Shouldn't take us an awfully long time. Oh wow, we've already one shot from the bombard and we've already got its like defences down to... fortification down to 50. So you can't actually attack back, so I'm just going to go and shoot you with the field cannon. I think where you want to choose to settle in Civilization 6 is very different to where you would normally settle in Civilization 5. Voronezh to Antananarivo. Let's see if we can do that. So, in Civilization 5, because you've got global happiness, you really want to avoid just spamming out cities everywhere, because the more cities you have, the more unhappiness you get. So you only really want to put cities down in order to try and get some unique luxury resource, because getting a unique luxury resource sort of offsets the unhappiness for having the extra city. But in Civilization 6, it is better just to go wide. The more cities you have, the better it seems to be, especially because the strategic resources in Civilization 6 seem to be far fewer and far more spread out. I mean, I certainly don't... we failed a mission, but spy was undetected. I definitely don't optimize. I make all sorts of mistakes constantly, especially when it comes to placing my cities. Let's go and try and siphon the funds, actually, because that's a lot of money. There's a pretty high chance we'll do it. So let's get the things that give us happiness. But yeah, I mean, I make mistakes all the time. I just sort of fumble my way through. We've got a barbarian here. There's a camp there, that's why. And we can shoot you with the frigate. It's all XP. So I'm not even sure if I want to settle anywhere with that guy, but I might just sort of keep him just around somewhere in case I decide to do that later. So some good news, I did manage to get a hold of a key for a game that's name I've just suddenly forgotten. If you already moved there. RimWorld. So I've now got a key for RimWorld, so hopefully in the not too far future we'll be able to do some streams with that. So I haven't really played it much. I did briefly just go through the tutorial. Combat strength when defending against city attacks. Useful, but not needed straight away. So we'll go ahead and... well, we can't take it on this turn anyway. The city, that is. So we might as well go and grab that promotion. Very nice. A lot of promotions on that unit now. Let's go and get in there with the knight. In fact, the knight could probably take that. So Mecha falls easily. Very nice. We will keep the city. So we definitely want to take out Medina. That's most likely going to be our next target. Then Aleppo. I might take Baghdad and Cairo and just leave them with this tiny little city here and just completely cripple them. So let's start repairing that granary. After that, we'll repair the watermill. Production here is not fantastic. So let's start moving down towards Medina. Hopefully we can wreck Medina's defences as quickly and easily as we did with that city. It is RimWorld. I do really like games like that. And despite RimWorld being around for a while and people sort of mentioning it to me, I never really sort of got around to trying it out. And I realised that I was on the wrong one. I should have been on this one. So we want Changasha to Antananarivo. So we want to change you to Changasha. There we go. Cristo de Redentor. I thought I'd already dismissed that. So, not an awful lot down here. These are Scythia's borders. Again, we will need to sort her out if we want to win this campaign. She's just changed her government to democracy. We've still got a couple more, well, one more trade route. 100 gold a turn isn't an awful lot. I'd like to be getting a bit more than that, to be honest. But we've got lots of resources. The game appears to have hung for some strange reason. That's interesting. Game is completely frozen at the moment. Ah, well, It's not very often that happens. Let's give it a few seconds and see if it'll wake up. I've had a couple of crash to desktops, but not normally the game just freezing up like that. It is set to autosave every turn, so we should be able to recover it one way or another. So, always nice when things do that. Oh, well, let's kill it then and reopen it. Just get rid of it. We'll try again. I must admit, in the 70-ish hours that I've put into the post-release version of Civilization 6, that is probably the second crash to desktop, and maybe well, not crash to desktop, the second soft lock, and maybe only the fourth or fifth crash I've suffered in general. But still, that's really weird for it to suddenly decide to do that. Hopefully, it won't do it again, because the times before when it's crashed, connection couldn't, weird, so it can't connect to the online. Maybe that's why it went funny. So we want to load game, we want the auto saves. Sort of saved them in a little bit of a weird order, but turn 280 is the newest one we have. So let's go ahead and load that up. So what I was saying before, the issues I've had where it has crashed has been something wrong with the actual game itself, because every time you reload it and perform the same actions on the same save, it crashes in the same place. So I'm hoping that's not the issue here. Not too sure what turn we was on. I don't think we were on about turn 280. I did look at the turn timer. I just don't remember what it was exactly, so... Usually loads in a little bit quicker than this, but I think it might be just because I had to kill it off. There we go. Right, so where were we? What were we doing? Right, that spy failed. Is that how far back we were, really? Okay, arena. I'm going to try and remember what I did on the last one. So, yeah, we are quite... Well, we're not right back where we started, but we're far enough back. So, we're going to try and take Mecha down. Yeah, that's right. We took one shot with you. Then you get a promotion. So we give you that promotion, which was that one. And then we move in and take you with the knight. Hopefully it was just something random that isn't going to happen again. That's what I'm hoping for. And we want to repair the granary, we'll repair the watermill, worry about the monument later. Okay. You, I'm just going to put to sleep because I don't really know what I want to do with you. Rest of you guys are going to head down in this direction. Along with the other bombard, which is slightly different to the move I made in the last time around, but that's fine. So we'll just start moving everybody forwards. Keep popping you. And this is the one that wants to actually go to Changasha. And we want to siphon funds. And I'll go somewhere slightly different with you. Okay, let's see what happens this time around. Well, this is where it crashed last time because Scythia changed her government. Seems to work that time, though. Must have just been a little random weird crash for no particular reason. Killed a German spy. Very good. Increased our trade route capacity once again. So, let's go for replaceable parts. Get the infantry. Now then, Changasha. Let's go and get a market. We are about to do some trades from there, so getting those buildings would help. Now, we are going to need to be able to see the city. Start moving in. Start getting across with these units where we can. Now, you do have a field cannon moving in from that direction, but I think that's alright. I think we can handle that. You just move in right next to the city, actually. You'll probably be fine. You should heal up. And now I've got nothing left for you to do. So now we can do this trade. If we sort by gold, yeah, Antan and Arivo, 9 gold. So that'll help out a little bit. So, yeah, we know this is Scythia's territory. We want to go and have a look over here, actually, as well. Now then, did I actually want to improve that? I've already got 5 copies of it, which I presumably can't even give away. I've already got a builder going down there to do something. So, any of these other tiles really need upgrading. I guess we could do something up and around here. Let's get one of the builders up here. Because we've got tiles that aren't improved in that direction. Hello there, Lisa. Thanks very much for joining the stream. Have you missed anything interesting? The game crashed. That's partially interesting. We took Mecca. That's pretty much all that's happened. Mecca went down in about 2 shots from a bombard and an attack from a knight. But apart from that, oh yeah, we stole a settler that was next to it. But that's pretty much all that's happened so far. Not too sure why the game crashed, but it definitely decided that's what it wanted to do. So let's see how quickly we can get Medina's defences down. Oh, very quickly. Let's get some of these guys moved in. And in fact, if we can do enough damage to the defences, I'm half considering just leaving this field cannon here, because if we can get the defences down to 0, it won't be able to shoot back. But unfortunately, we can't quite get there. If I move you here, you're probably going to be... No, you are able to shoot. Very good. You'll get 2 shots as well. Let's just go and try and get the defences right down to 0 if we can. That's what I'm playing on there. Still a tiny little bit left that I can't quite get. So I'm going to attack with the knight. I just want to get the city defences down to 0 so that it can't shoot back. There we go. Which civ is the hardest to keep friendly? I don't know. Germany's quite hard to keep friendly because Germany doesn't like you if you get friendly with other city-states, and you get friendly with other city-states accidentally because there are so many different quests that city-states give you. Almost anything you do makes city-states like you, and obviously you get envoys and you have to send them somewhere. The moment you do that, Germany hates you, so he's definitely one of the hardest to do. Oh yeah, I completely agree with you there, Afro. The colours of Russia and Arabia and Brazil. Arabia and Brazil are okay if you're looking at the city nameplates, but if you're just looking at the borders, it's yellow on green or green on yellow. So, yeah, I don't know why their colour schemes for some of the civilizations are so close together, considering there are fewer civilizations in this than there were in Civ 5. So I don't know what their theory was behind that one. But that's for Axis for you. So, let's get a mine there. We are lacking in production, so mines do make the most sense. At least when the game crashes, it does something that's a little bit unpredictable. Most of the time I can tell what's coming, so yeah, crash is fairly interesting. Progress towards professional sports, very good. You survived as well. So let's just go and go full bombard on this thing. This city's not going to... Oh, it's already down to 0 already. Then it's Aleppo, then it's Cairo. These guys don't really stand a chance, let's be honest. Another free builder. Thank you very much. Keep the city, don't mind if I do. Now then, Kazan, what are you up to? You have amenity problems. I guess we need a lot of arenas. I think that's what the game's trying to tell us here. Monuments, granary, and... I suppose we get the water mill for the production. So let's get these units now moving up towards, well, Aleppo, I guess. Really want to take that field cannon out, so I might just leave you there. Hattusa. Asus is on our side and getting shot at by Aleppo. That makes a lot of sense. Don't want these units to lose too much health. We don't have to attack on this turn though. We can afford to sit back for a turn or two. Allow them to come to us. Now then, what's that? That is a marsh. We probably don't want to remove that. You've got one build left. Could go and get a farm somewhere potentially. Let's go and get a farm over there. And then we'll get the adjacency bonus on farms. I still think when you get the upgrade to scouts, where they become rangers or whatever it is. Oh, you really do want to peace out. Not yet, though. Not yet, my friend. I really think that you should be able to upgrade these guys wherever they are, and that you shouldn't need to do it in your own territory. Because most of the time, by that point of the game, your scout's miles away, so you don't really want to bring him all the way back home just to upgrade him into a better unit. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm going to move up here. I want to see what they've got. We do a lot of damage there. The city could do a lot of damage to us, though, so I am taking a big risk doing that. Let's move in some units forward to actually try and stop them from doing anything to us. Still got amenity problems. But let's go ahead and get a stock exchange. If I can't have happiness, let's have wealth instead. We'll fortify you. Who's promoted? You're promoted. Can attack after moving. I wonder if I can actually use that right now. No, because of course the promotion uses up my movement, doesn't it? Derp. Builder. Well, we can go and repair that. I mean, we don't need it, but we might as well repair it because it doesn't cost us anything. Oh, you get a second shot. Of course you do. Well, we should definitely get rid of that field cannon. I'm guessing they probably don't have much of a military at all now. 147. Now, it's a bit of an abstract number. I think it's actually based on their total combat strength. So, not an awful lot, really. We probably want to start moving these frigates around the other side as well. Can we get all the way around the map? No, we are kind of stuck. Maybe we want to start having a little bit of a look to the west. See what we can find over here. Is Delhi coastal? Probably. Actually, Delhi is coastal. So we might be able to take Delhi from the sea. Okay, so you did do some damage to my field cannon, which was uncalled for. There's a free builder, which I can't get to on this turn. Oh, my knight couldn't quite make it. Awkward knight. Let's move you up to there. Let's move you in. Let's move you in. You can't reach from there. You can move forward. You can't reach from there either. Thought you had the extra range. We'll move in with you. I'm going to pillage that farm just to get the health back. So we can actually get in position to take some shots. Let's go ahead and... Do we really want rifling? I'm just trying to get the ones that I've already got the bonuses for. Again, everywhere seems to have amenities problems, but we have been at war for a while. Some of these amenities will be coming from... It's one luxury. Displeased. It's not telling us where the negative's coming from. It says 0 for war weariness. Maybe we're just a little bit short on unique luxuries. But we will see what we can find. Now then, niter. We do have multiple sources of niter, so we don't need to worry too much about that one. So there is a danger of going too wide and having too many cities. Congo's also coastal. This thing here is going to need upgrading. Probably to an ironclad, but it'll be a little while before we can get that. And, yeah, farm. Won't sort out the amenities problems, but... New city-state quest. Oh, you're actually attacking. You're attacking, but you're attacking the bombard this time around. Okay. Barbarians nearby. Well, this should all be easy.
Everything is king size.
So, oh, still can't get that builder, which is very annoying. We'll easily be able to chase it down with the knight, though. Oh, he's moving back to here, to the camp. That's fine, because we can go and get rid of that. We can clear it out with the frigate and then capture it with the knight. So that's fine. Bombard, then. Let's do as much damage as we can to Aleppo. There's already half of the walls down. I'm not going to pillage, because I think we can get the walls down to 0 on this turn. Which means it won't be able to shoot back. Not quite down to 0. I think that's 0. No, 1. Even with 1 health, it can still return fire. So we'll just go and throw our muskets at it. Are these muskets or rifles? Muskets. So now it's definitely down to 0. Let's go for Scorched Earth. We had a trade route plundered. Oh, cheeky barbarians. Where was the actual trade route then? Looks like the city-state may have cleared the camp out. Because they've got a lot of units down here. Although the scout is still going, which is annoying. Do I even have a unit down here? It'll take a while to get there, but you can use the roads, I suppose. Well, that's very annoying. Let's go ahead and plunder their trade route. Now, we can actually start upgrading these guys, so we'll probably do that after we take this city. Let's start surrounding it a little bit. And we'll keep moving the rest of you guys over. See, Delhi already have an ironclad. So I'm kind of tempted to wait until we can just get better ships at this point. Because Delhi is a little bit further ahead than I am. And this is Congo's lands. What have I missed? Yeah, you're going to repair that. So we should get a fair few builders out of this. So we're now short 4 trade routes. No, refuse deal. So he builds a worker. And he's got a Mamluk barbarian, which makes me think that is a rebel. And you're actually attacking my knight. Wow. Ballsy. Now Mecha should just be able to shoot you, right? Yeah. I did click on it, honest. Did that kill it off? It did not. We'll leave that be for the moment. We'll see if we can get rid of the city first. We'll fire another shot here from the bombard. One shot from the field cannon. There we go, that's low enough to take. So the other shot from the field cannon can finish this guy off. You're at full health, so you can move in and take the city. And then it's just Baghdad and on to Cairo. Keep the city. Now, before we do anything else, let's move you around here. They have a settler in there. Oh, there is a unit. Not terribly concerned about that, but we should be able to get a free settler and a free builder here if we're quick. What do we want here? We would like a... Let's go for the stock exchange. You don't have amenity problems right now. You do have amenity problems, but you are an occupied city, so that makes a lot of sense. Let's queue a couple of things up. Right, let's start getting some of these units upgraded. We've got some money in the treasury. So any unit that can be upgraded to a better unit probably should be. The one that's in the city will have to be on the next turn. Who's got a promotion? You've got a promotion. Healing outside of friendly territory is always a good one to take. Now then, what about you? That needs repairing, whatever it was. Oh, it was that far my pillage, wasn't it? So let's keep moving up. And yeah, I think ships are basically just going to come and sit in our own territory until we have the ability to get battleships or something like that. Because they'll probably be needed against some of the other civs. I might just go ahead and put that scout on auto-explore now. Not really sure I want to micromanage it. See, another city-state quest complete. Completed a quest. What was the quest? What did I complete? But I wasn't even trying to complete it. And this is exactly what it comes down to with annoying other civilizations. Oh wow, that's a lot of gold. So a lot of the time you don't even have to actually do anything to annoy another civilization. Need to kill these guys off. You do a fair bit of damage, but they could do a fair bit of damage back to you. So let's actually just go and shoot at them with the bombard. And then we can finish you off. Now you can still shoot at us, but I don't think you can do enough damage. So we'll start to move towards Baghdad. You need to heal up. You can get a promotion as well. We don't have a huge amount of money, but we will start making it back. Oh, Spy has a promotion. Disrupt rocketry is probably going to be needed later on. So, not much going on around Baghdad. And again, you guys are all just going to sleep it off and wait. Which upgrade path? It depends on which unit. I tend to prefer the upgrade paths which are more general, more overall. I don't like picking ones that are very specific, like ones that only give you extra combat strength when defending and things like that. But I mean, it does depend on the unit and it does depend on the situation, because there are some times where I might take one upgrade over another just because of the situation. So for example, the ranged ships, I always tend to take the upgrade path which is extra damage to defenses, because I tend to really only use my ships for attacking coastal cities, whereas I'd build submarines if I wanted to attack other ships. So it is quite dependent on the situation. We do have that barbarian scout over here now, but I think the camp has gone. You should get over there and improve that cattle. Now, I was moving up that... I don't know where he's gone. That field cannon. We've also got a couple of crossbows around here still, which is only 115 gold to upgrade, so let's go ahead and do that. And again, I really do want to get all of you guys upgraded, but I don't have the tech for it yet. And you can be the force that we use to go and destroy some of the other coastal cities. Yeah, I certainly could raise them. The only downside to raising cities is you get like triple the warmonger penalty, but that makes absolutely no difference at all. Because the AI just hate you anyway. There's the Forbidden City. But the main reason I'm keeping them is because it's a really good way of healing your units and upgrading your units, because you can only do that in well, you can heal anywhere, but they heal faster in your own territory. And you can only upgrade in your own territory. The other thing is as well, it's going to be quite a while before I finish the game. If I took these cities and raised them, somebody else will come back and settle them, which means I've then got to go and get through them again. So what I'm trying to do is hold territory, because I want to be able to move freely around the map. But even though I'm having problems with amenities, it's not really that much of an issue for me. You know, it's not crippling me at this point. So decisive victory, only just, but that's another settler and another camp cleared. We might be able to get that builder. See, Baghdad didn't even attack, and we've just got another builder out of it. So let's see if we can start moving in with these units. Move you onto the hill. Get the bombard there. So this bombard can already start hitting Baghdad. Wow, Baghdad already has no fortifications. One hit. It's a one-hit wonder. I'm really surprised you can't move any further, to be honest. Let's start getting some units forward. We don't have to worry about it hitting us now, so... Right, so let's assume that we want to get the better ships. So battleships are under combined... No, it's destroyer. Battleships is where now? There, steam power. 3 techs. We do want industrialization, so let's go down that route then. Novgorod. Let's get you the entertainment complex. To be honest, I don't normally have problems with rebels and lack of amenities, no matter how many cities I normally take. Gold from each envoy at city-states. That is going to be quite useful, because we're only making 43 gold. Now making 134 gold. That's a lot of extra money. Let's get a mine there. We've got plenty of builders, so we might as well sort of go and use all the charges. You can just stay on alert. So these are just the units I upgraded earlier. Put you on alert, and of course you can get upgraded as well. Do have the policy that gives me half price upgrades, so we'll keep those. But yeah, let's go ahead and try and steal another 1,000 gold. Well, I wanted you to move further forward, but unfortunately Germany's got all these annoying units in the way, which is making it difficult. See, now you've got Scythia here, for example. Tomris. She doesn't like you if you don't declare war on people, but if you do declare war on people, everybody else thinks you're a warmonger. I was actually having this conversation earlier with Marbazir because... Just go away. Marbazir uses another mod that actually shows you on the diplomacy screen why the AI likes you or dislikes you. So let me see if I can show you an example, because obviously I'm not using that mod.
I only understand friendship.
There we go. See, now we've got a rebellion. It was going to happen sooner or later, but we can deal with that. Let's get you out of the way. But first of all, let's go ahead and just have a look at another civilization. So all we can see in our relationship are these numbers here. Now, -200 for warmongering. But it doesn't show you what the sort of total is. Marbazir's got a mod that does. The point is, there are so many ways to get negative penalties with the AI. So, basically, every time you declare war, apart from in the very, very early game when it doesn't give you a warmonger penalty, but after the early game, after you get out of the medieval era, after you get out of the ancient era, every time you declare a war, you get warmonger penalty. Every time you capture a city, you get warmonger penalty. Even if you are the defender in a war and you capture a city. If you raise a city, it's triple warmonger penalty. If you take a capital, it's extra warmonger penalty. If you wipe a civilization out, it's extra warmonger penalty. And it stacks constantly. And the ways to actually get positive reputation, like, you know, friendly meeting, liberating cities, trade deals, embassies, they give you so little positive reputation. And a lot of the time, if the AI hates you, if the civilization dislikes you, the positive actions are blocked. Because if they don't like you, they won't let you trade with them. They won't accept an embassy. So, once you've declared a war, and you've got warmonger penalty, you might as well at that point just assume that all of the AI are going to hate you. Because there's no way to sort of get that back. So this is a little bit annoying. We've got a lot of Cossacks and a field gun. But we will do what we can to take them out. Now, they are quite fast moving, but we do have some good units here that can help clear them up. But yeah, we do have some big amenity problems at the moment. We do need to get that sorted. I've got to admit that. That's not a lot of damage at all, really. So we probably need a slightly better plan there. But we will come over here with our infantry, who's a bit stronger. We'll also start moving this way with another one of the cannons. And that's about all we can do. Let's get you sort of down here out of the way. We'll put you in the encampment. We'll get you guys over here out of the way. I think I'm just going to delete that settler. I really don't need it. You can heal in your own territory, so we'll let these guys come a little closer. And we'll move you over here as well. We should be able to deal with those guys without too much of a problem. Oh, sorry, Gorgo. Yes, you're quite right there, Lisa. That's me getting mixed up. But yeah, I mean, the point still stands, even though it was the wrong civilization that I mentioned there. That, you know, if you're playing the game normally, you're always going to upset at least one of the AI. And it's such a shame, because the agendas thing really is good on paper, but in practice, it basically means that all of the AIs are going to end up hating you. Now, admittedly, it's not as important to stay friendly with the AIs in this as it was in Civ 5. In Civ 5, you absolutely needed those research agreements, especially on harder difficulty levels. You absolutely needed those research agreements in order to be able to beat the AI. Now, luckily, that's not the case in this, but out of all of the games of Civilization 6 I've played, there's been very few where I've been able to keep the AI friendly. That's a lot of missionary spam there, Germany. They've taken that builder. I expected that to happen, to be honest. And now they're attacking that infantry, which is a bit annoying, but they've pretty much just suicided themselves for that.
Labeled, packaged, mass-produced is neither truth nor art.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Afro's just made a good point. It's like, you can have, let's say you've got one civilization, say Civilization A. Civilization A gets attacked by Civilization B, and Civilization B takes one of their cities. If you attack Civilization B, Civilization A thinks you're a warmonger. They think you're a warmonger because you just attacked the person that attacked them and took one of their cities. They shouldn't consider you a warmonger for attacking someone who is essentially their enemy. And again, as Afro says, if somebody has a high warmonger penalty, attacking them shouldn't give you a warmonger penalty because you're basically just fighting back against a warmonger. There's sort of other examples of it as well. I did have a really good one, and it's just completely gone straight out of my head. But yeah, there are certainly it's like also if you're far away, if you declare war on someone and there's another civilization like on the opposite end of the map, they shouldn't care. What difference does it make to them what's happening on the other side of the world? It should be like in Europa Universalis 4 with aggressive expansion. The further away a civilization is, the less they care about what's going on. But it really doesn't make sense to me when I declare war on somebody who has declared war on another civilization and they hate me for it and they automatically think I'm a warmonger. It doesn't make a lot of sense why they've decided to do it that way. Can we not shoot that guy? Apparently we can. We need to get rid of this one, but we can kill him off with the warrior easy enough. Not the warrior, with the infantry. We've just got to be careful of this one. At least that settler's safe. We did lose the builder. We might be able to get him back. Let's back off slightly with that artillery, because I don't want to lose it. We can hit him with both of these. It's not going to do a lot of damage. Come on, I know you've definitely got the... Why won't you shoot from there? You're slightly out of range, that's why. Now you can hit him. It's just a little bit strange that almost everything you do results in the AI disliking you for it. And it wasn't like that in Civilization 5. And we can get a great general. So once we actually get out of this war, we probably want to have a little bit of a break and allow that war exhaustion to go away. So let us go and There's nothing that we specifically need over here, to be honest. Let's go and just get some tech so we can rush towards the better ships. We've also got Barbarian Camp over here as well that needs dealing with. So we need to get a unit up there. We do still have this gun moving up, so that's fine. And we'll leave that settler there. But I also think they need to rework the agenda system a little bit, because the agenda system is good. I like that each civilization has its own sort of unique goal, almost. But I dislike the way that they basically mean that every civilization will hate you forever. Let's move you up here, where you'll be a little more useful. Can't do... Oh, you get another shot, so we'll take that. But yeah, it really just comes down to that the penalties for attacking in a war are just too harsh. Again, the same. If you this is another one that annoys me. The AI attacks you. You kill all of his army and want to peace out, but he won't let you peace out. He refuses to let you peace out, especially if it's someone like Gorgo, because Gorgo won't give up anything in a peace deal, right? So sometimes the only way to get them to peace out is to either wipe them out or at least take a couple of cities. And as soon as you do that, you get warmonger penalty, even though you might have not attacked anybody in the entire game and you're just defending yourself and you have to take a city to get them to peace out, but that makes you a warmonger. See, that's something that shouldn't exist either. And the fact that warmonger penalties stack so quickly, because there are far too many ways to gain negative opinion with other civs and far fewer ways to get positive opinion. That's why they always end up hating you. We're just going to need these entertainment complexes everywhere, aren't we? We need to get out of these little issues that we've got here. Let's go for the stock exchange. Got another envoy. Let's go and send them to Antananarivo so we get the maximum 6 envoy bonus from them. Was that my builder you captured, or is that just like a random one you ran into? Either way, I'm not particularly happy about it. What were you doing? You were coming over there to go and link that up. So, let's go down there and grab you back, because you are mine. We can finish you off. Did that actually not get you? Seriously? You can heal up. You can capture that. You can also fire at Baghdad. You might get shot at by Cairo, but you'll survive. Okay, Francisca. Well, thanks a lot for dropping by the stream. Hopefully, we will see you later. And the stream will get uploaded as usual, so if you miss anything, you can watch it on there. So yeah, I'm going to take Baghdad and Cairo. That's the plan. And then after that's done, I'm going to peace out so that we can recover a little bit. I would like to get advanced ballistics as well, because that way we can actually get some better units. Let's move you up closer to the front. Probably there, actually. And infantry we can move up as well. Bombard. You can't actually do anything on this turn. And we have a trade route that can't go anywhere useful. So, available trade routes. Again, this slows everything down a little bit. Novgorod to Antananarivo. So, we want to transfer you to Novgorod. Yeah, exactly, Tess. Normally, you can, if you're lucky, you can get one civilization to like you. But the thing is, what I've noticed is, even if a civilization does like you, and even if you're their friend, doesn't mean they won't attack you. I've had civilizations that have been really, really friendly with me, and have still attacked me. And it's absolutely worthless spending money on sending delegations to them. That's a complete waste of time. It gives you a couple of extra positive opinion for literally a couple of turns, and then they'll hate you again. So that's a complete and utter waste. That's another free builder, though. We'll take that. So yeah, there are definitely some issues that do need sorting out. Let's go ahead and get down here with this ship, because it might be able to help shoot some of these units if they get too close to one of the cities. Lots of stuff would be useful here, but let's go for the science. Oh, I'm sure that a lot of these ideas will get changed in mods. The problem is, though, is Firaxis haven't actually released proper mod support. There's no Steamworks development kit. So most of the mods are having to be made by people who are basically professional coders who can make mods that you can drop straight into the files, because there's no real Steam Workshop support. Now this is true, allies won't attack, but here's another thing that is completely useless, right? You can ask somebody to go into a joint war against a target. So you can go to another civ and say, join me in a war against this target. If you are in a defensive pact and you get attacked, then obviously your defensive pact comes to your aid. Same happens if you're in an alliance. However, if you're in an alliance and you attack another civilization, your ally won't necessarily come to war with you, and you don't have any way of telling them to come to war with you. So an alliance is completely worthless. You might as well just have a defensive pact. There's no point having an alliance at all. So yet another mechanic that is either broken or just not thought through properly. Let's go ahead and get a trader over here. It's not like you can do much else. And Tananarivo. But I found that I had a much easier time once I decided to basically always assume that all the AIs were going to hate me. That's basically it. I assume from the start of the game, the AIs are going to hate me, so I'm just going to be a warmonger. I'm going to attack everybody and not care. What's the point in caring about it? They're going to hate me anyway. So that's the way I play. Which is bad, because it's basically saying that one aspect of the game, which is the diplomacy, is completely unworthwhile. No, you don't have to be in an alliance to get a defensive pact. I think alliance is one up from a defensive pact. But either way, it still makes the alliance completely redundant. There's absolutely no point in having it at all. We can actually start moving forward with this bombard already. That's quite nice. We will keep the city. We'll do our usual repairs, and we'll queue up a bank. But yeah, I think what we need to do is we need to get out of this war, which we will do quite soon. We've only got one more city left to take from them. And then we'll spend a little bit of time just doing some recovery. We can take a couple of shots here. You've actually got another promotion, which I'm tempted to save in case they hit you, so that you can actually get your health back. But wow, even that... Why have you got such terrible walls here, Arabia? You're not helping yourself out any. These need repairing, so let's move back down there. You can do pretty much the same. We've got a lot of free builders now, you'll notice. Yeah, so you are attacking me, which is unfortunate. But what I can do... Well, I suppose I have to wait until it's my turn. You're really attacking my field cannon with horsemen. Alright. If you say so. Let's go and kill those guys off. So we've got ourselves Alan Turing. Great. What are you doing here? Let's get a zoo, because you've got immunity problems. So, you've got a promotion. You haven't fired one of your shots yet, so fire one shot. And then you can take your promotion, and... we're just... What, 6 promotions on one unit. I never keep units alive this long. What's going on here? This bombard cannot move and fire on the same turn, unfortunately. It wasn't the builder that I wanted to move there. It was actually this guy, but okay, fair enough. Bombard. I would love it if you could attack, but you can't, so go away. Skip the turn with you. You can heal up. Sorry, Pacifier. Have I missed something in the chat? I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to there. Something might have slipped by me though. It's wholly possible. You can't quite reach that guy, unfortunately, which is a shame. Now then, as for these guys, I think getting some mines isn't a bad idea. Oh, the Bombard has a promotion as well. Excellent. Let's also make sure we get a farm or two in here as well. And that's going to be double lumber mill, probably. Right, let's go ahead and pop you. So there's the boost of electricity and computers. Get the copper with you. And there we go. So, oh, we might even be able to get Ruhr Valley at some point. So yeah, you're firing at this unit again. That's fine. Because one more shot and we'll actually get Cairo's defences down to 0. Annoyingly, this camp is still spawning units, but I think that's because the
key words of violent
let's get you down here. I think that is because...
centralization, efficiency, quantity.
Ah, shut up, Sean. I think that is because the scout founders, and it's now just constantly spawning units, which is a bit annoying. So you've got a promotion. Could give you the combat strength versus land units. You do have +1 range. You have just crossed the river, which means you can't actually attack. You can attack. Let's move you in. We fire a double shot with you. That might even be enough to get its fortifications down to 0. And in fact, it looks like it is. So we can move in with this bombard. So Cairo's definitely going to fall. Let's make sure we start moving forward with this unit. Rio, you have a lot of stuff to fix. Let's get the market. Yeah, we need to get out of war for a while. You'll get the upgrade or the promotion on the next turn. We'll just put you on alert now. Another lumber mill there. The ship will keep here again. I'm just trying to see if any of these guys get close enough. Let's get the rice. Probably slightly more useful than the niter. We've already got multiple copies of niter. We've already got multiple copies of most things, to be honest, but... we also need to keep our eye on the religious game as well. Have you just declared war on me? You have. You've just declared a war on me. That's interesting. Where she will proceed to do absolutely nothing for the duration of the war. So much for getting out of the war for a bit. I'm not even anywhere near her, so I don't know where she intends to attack me from. I also don't know why she suddenly figured that she's strong enough to attack me. We might have to back up with this cannon, though. Although they have just... no, I thought they'd suicided a unit. They almost have. Almost suicided a unit. Well, let's go and kill that one off. Seriously, though, Scythia, what are you trying to do here? I don't think there's got any units anywhere near me at all, but I really want to get those ships upgraded, and then we can just go and hunt her down. Yeah, I don't think she's anywhere near us, so that's a really random war. Let's move in and just kill that guy off, just because we can, and it's easy. Yeah, Cairo's going to fall on this turn. And another shot. So let's move in and take Cairo. So we can get out of this war, but then we're still going to be stuck in another war. We have to keep this city anyway, because it's the capital. You can get your promotion. So we'll give you Grape Shot. And of course we want to queue all of these things up. And we might as well now sue for peace. You don't really have an awful lot left. But we want all of the cities that we have control of. All of your money. All of your gold per turn, however much that is. And your spices. So how much is that? 8 gold per turn. That's as much as we can get. Fine. I can't remember which game it was on, whether it was on one of the streams or whether it was on one of the... I think it was on one of the streams, where Norway were constantly mocking me about the size of my navy, because I didn't have a navy at all, I had 0 ships. And then I built 1 ship, and they were complimenting me on the size of my navy. And when I eventually found them, they just had 1 city on a little island somewhere, which I managed to take out with 2 frigates and a scout. So... Oh, this is another thing as well, while we're talking about the warmonger penalty. The CBs. What's the point of the CB system? Because almost every single CB that you use... Well, actually, no. Every single CB that you use still gives you warmonger penalty. It might give you slightly less, but it still gives you a penalty, so why bother? You might as well just, instead of messing around waiting for a CB, just go and declare war. There's no point using a CB. It doesn't offset the warmonger penalty enough for it to be worth anything, so... Again, another stupid idea. What do you actually do? Instantly build a factory and a workshop in the district. What does this district already have? Probably already has a factory and a workshop. Actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't have a workshop or a factory. So, we will go ahead and pop you there, and now it does have a workshop and a factory. That's nice. Lumber mill for you. And what else have we got here? More stuff that needs repairing. Lots of stuff that needs repairing, actually. Now, I didn't even loot most of this stuff, so I don't know where all of that damage came from. But yeah, Cairo's definitely... done for. That was nice and easy. We'll leave you down here just in case any of these units do come back our way. I have no idea what Tomris thinks she's going to do. I mean, she can't realistically attack me. She's got no units anywhere close. Some horses there we could get, but we don't really need to. I might just put these builders to sleep. Again, it depends on the city. It's worth having a mix, I think. It's nice to have the plains for the production, but it's nice to have the grasslands for the food. But it really depends on what a lot of your other tiles in the city are. And again, the thing with Civilization 6 compared to Civilization 5... oh, you've just... see that random slinger just went and cleared the camp. The difference between Civilization 6 and Civ 5, in Civ 5 you'd very often have every single tile in your city worked by a civilian. So you wanted, you know, as many decent tiles as you can. In Civilization 6, a lot of the tiles are unworked because your populations tend to be smaller. So with that in mind, you want a good mix of... What's he moaning about now? You want a good mix of tiles so you can swap your civilians around depending on whether you want food or production or science or whatever. I don't know why India's complaining. Right, let's try finish these units off. I should have just used the city actually and attacked the horse archer, but it's fine. Yeah, so are you complaining seriously because we've got a city here? Because I'm not actually on your borders, India, I think you'll find. Also, more importantly, why do you have a city here? When everywhere else is sort of up towards the top there. Ah, here's Tomris. She's trying to attack from up here with 1 archer. Okay. 1 crossbow. Good luck, I think is what I want to say here. There we go. Now you're nice and dead. We'll try and clear that barbarian camp. So, right, let's have a look at this. Delhi is on the coast, so that's one capital that we can take. And Banza Congo isn't. That's going to be a pain. We don't actually know where Tomris's capital is, but I think it's around here somewhere, so it might well be coastal. Let's go for mobilization. We haven't got any bonuses for anything, so let's get that factory. Still got amenities problems everywhere. Not really an awful lot that we can do. Don't have housing issues. Everything else seems quite good at the moment. So I guess I'll try and get another commercial hub. You can really never have too much money coming in. Hey there, Michael. How are you doing? Someone mentioned my spy. Who mentioned my spy? I had a spy? Oh, there's my spy there, yeah. So, we need to... We'll try and get away by boat. And we manage it. And we get another 1,000 gold. So, can we become suzerain of any of these states? Jakarta would give us... Trading posts give us extra gold. We've got 7. We'd need 10. We can do that, actually. So now Jakarta is ours. For the time being, anyway. Unit available for promotion, which is you. 1 additional attack per turn if movement allows. Can move after attacking. Very nice. Random builder up here that we should probably just go and grab. Because we can. And, yeah, I mean, what realistically do we do about that war with Scythia? We've just got to take some time to recover at this point. But as soon as we can get our ships upgraded, a lot of it's going to come down to whether or not we've got coal. Now, do we have anything that would actually give us more amenities? Settler cost. +1 amenity to cities with at least 2 speciality districts. That could be useful. Don't think we need the double influence points. Let's move that one there. Let's put the amenities one into there. That'll help out a little bit. I've had more cities than this, though, and been able to survive. We will get more amenities buildings as time goes on, though, so it's not... The situation isn't too dire at the moment. I mean, it's pretty bad, but it's not terrible. Improvements pillaged. Ah, you're over here. And you're pillaging improvements. Which... Oh, you're actually on the fish, are you? Right, I don't have any ships over here. But we can get a couple over there quite quickly. So, let's go and start moving some in that direction. I think it is mainly just going to be ships that she's bothering me with. So, it's always worth building amenity generating buildings even in cities that don't have low amenities, because this city is probably getting some amenities from luxuries. Yeah, so for example, Novgorod has 5 of 5 amenities, but it's getting 3 of those amenities from luxuries. If I go and give this city a zoo, so and an arena, so that it gets extra happiness from the zoo and the arena, then these luxuries become freed up to go to other cities. So it's still worth building them, even if the city doesn't actually have a problem with amenities, because you can send the luxuries elsewhere. And I think we might want more frigates. So you've got the rice, you've got 1 build left. We might as well get the niter just for the production then, to be honest. That said... Oil. We have access to oil here. Get the oil instead. Not you, Nugget. You. Go and get the oil. You get back into the city. Because we'll definitely want that oil. Right, can we finally get rid of this barbarian spawning? Right, okay, good. Makes me a little bit happier. Can you grab this guy? No, because you're in their territory. Oh, well, he might come back. We'll just leave you there for now. Let's go and clear that camp. Another 45 gold. And again, everybody else, just go to sleep. Just wait around for something exciting to happen. You're going to repair. Could get the iron, but we don't really need it. We never really get very much snow here, that's the problem. We get a tiny little bit. Usually in the end of January, maybe the beginning of February. It can be as late as March or April some years, but it's never normally enough for us to get excited or worried about. It'll snow for a few hours and then stop, and usually by the following morning it's all melted and gone away, so... I haven't seen proper snow since I was a kid, like, nearly 30 years ago, so... we definitely want that monument, because it's nice and quick. I suppose we should repair the campus, just so we don't have all of these tiles that looks like they're on fire. And we can improve some of this stuff up here. I don't think we're going to bother with the iron. And we have a new spy. Right, who's leading in science? India's leading. So let's go ahead and spy on Delhi. Delhi's also building rockets. So we might want to put a stop to that. We also, of course, want to go and attack Delhi as soon as we can. But he has ironclad fleets nearby, which is not good. Let's get moving over here with these ships. Coming for you with your one... Mind you, this isn't a single boat. This is a... Oh, it is. It's a one boat with 3 promotions. I thought it was an armada for a moment there. Got all confused. You can heal up. 1976. Well, I could make some comment about being before my time, but I don't think that'd be appropriate. I remember there being one particularly bad year when I worked for the Sony Centres, so that must have been between 5 and 10 years ago, where the buses and taxis and just no one was willing to go anywhere. The roads were that terrible that the entire city just closed down. It's like nobody knew what to do. It was chaos. Well, that's the scout killed. Can't believe that's just being protected by a lowly little pikeman there. And you can just fortify up, I guess. Oh yeah, you get a second shot. I always forget about that second shot. So we really need to do something to stop India getting a win here. We're about to be able to get ironclads, which would be nice. But we do still need and or want battleships. So let's start moving you up here. Right, you're still pillaging stuff, which I disapprove of. And your ship is sunk. But I'm still going to keep these guys nearby. In fact, they can actually stay in my own borders. I can always upgrade them here. I don't have to upgrade them around the other side. Now, she's probably not going to be willing to peace out yet anyway. But we'll get her to peace out sooner or later. We are going to want a builder over here, though, now, because she's been wrecking stuff. Let's just buy one. We also need more traders, of course. So we need to work on that. Now what's going on? Yes, oil. Oh, we don't have the tech for the oil. Of course we don't. We got that great scientist that allows us to reveal where the oil is, but not actually connect it up to our network. But we'll leave him there. Then hopefully I remember to use him when we get that tech. So let's see if we actually get any coal.
Whether the human race have been gainers by the march of science.
We've got coal there. Well, whatever. We've got 3 coal, so doesn't really matter where it is. We've got it. That's all we really need. And then we want to move on to battleships. Which says build a coal mine. Although we've already got 3 sources of coal, so there may be coal somewhere. Yeah, like here, for example, there's coal. I've got a spare builder here, so let's run you out and grab that coal mine, and then that'll give us the boost for steel. Then we'll be able to get battleships. And again, arenas and zoos everywhere. And we'll queue up a factory as well. Apparently... Oh, they've still got a ship there. Where did you come from? Why did I not see that ship? Was that there all along? And that one is a fleet. Well, it was a fleet. It's now at the bottom of the sea. So, are you thinking about constantly sneaking in up here and bothering me with ships? Because I've got a feeling that's what you're trying to do. And where are they coming from as well? Because you can't get through there because that's ice. So you're not coming from this direction. I guess we should go and have a look, a scout around, or you can do this, a scout around up there, see what they've got. Because I really don't know where you're coming from. You must be attacking me from the opposite coast. It's the only way you can come from. I can see your admiral there, but the admiral's not going to do an awful lot. This is like one of the most pointless wars the AI has ever declared. Not the most pointless war, I've seen worse, but it's definitely one of them. So let's go have a look over here. Right, we want the zoo. We'll also want a factory. Anything that gives us production, anything that gives us happiness. We'll sort these problems out. Let's go and work on a few traders, actually. On a few cities. Someone's got a promotion. That's you. You could certainly have it. Again, combat strength versus districts. We'll go and grab this guy. Apparently we can't. You can't actually kill off great people anyway. They just got sort of get sent back to the city, so... Now, you're working your way over there to that coal mine. Take you a few turns, but you should be alright. Anyone else promoted? You've got one as well. Excellent. So, can't get you, but we can sort of block you off. Whenever I take my hands away from the mouse and keyboard, there's always like one thing that I've missed. How many builds do you have left? 3. So, we should probably get the stone... Repair that and then get both of the cattle. Seems like a plan. You're not going to come back my way, are you? So you're just going to sit around there in Arabia's territory. And Arabia's not doing anything to try and get it. New city-state quest. Lots of things that I can't be bothered to deal with. So, production down here again. You've still got amenity problems. There's nothing useful you can build. Entertainment complex it is, I guess. We do have 2 cities down here, so... Let's go ahead and do that. We're not bothered about the iron. So we'll hook that up, repair that, and then hook that up in that order. We should be good. You've done your repair. Let's get back home to safety. Not too sure where that admiral went. Can't see any more ships around. Well, obviously this one, but that's the wrong kind of ship. And you can probably just sleep for now. Okay, another trade route. Where do we want to send you? Mecca to Antananarivo. So let's send you to Mecca. Yeah, nothing worse than janky internet. Let's hope that's all sorted out for you. My internet's not usually janky. Main problem with the internet is just the upload cap. Although I was having some problems, Kazan to Antananarivo, was having some problems with the power earlier. The lights kept flickering, and then That's happened 2 or 3 times during the day, or during the evening. And then there was one period where the power dropped for just a nanosecond. I mean, it was enough to make the lights flicker. It was enough to make some of the fire alarms and CO2 alarms bleep as they reset. And it was enough to knock a few of the, like, alarm clocks out. But my PC was on at the time, and the PC didn't crash or reset or anything. So there's obviously enough residual charge in the capacitor to keep it going while the power cycled. But yeah, that it worries me a little bit when stuff like that happens. So again, traders. We can just queue up a few traders. Now then, what are you going to do? Another trader and probably a spy, and then another trader. How many traders are we missing? Wow. That's a considerable amount of stuff you've got up here. Let's go and clear that camp. Looks like we've got ourselves a free builder, possibly. There is a musket up there, actually. Barbarian musket, but that's the camp cleared. So, let's repair that. Excellent. And, oh yeah, we need something for you to do. I think you can just basically, plant the woods if you want. I've never done the woods before. Let's plant the woods. Could use that later on for a lumber mill or something like that. So you're going to go to Antananarivo. Build a coal... Right, we've already gone over that. And we can't build the coal mine yet. So let's go and change the tech that we're working on to something else. Let's go ahead and start working on... No, we need to do steel to get to combustion. So let's go start working on electricity. Because that's only 4 turns away. So Antananarivo for you. This is something that I find so weird. The way that channel and channel traffic management is done on routers. When you consider that almost every home has a router in these days, and the number of different channels that they use. Yeah, it's so hard finding a free bit of airwaves. I mean, I've got 2 routers in the house. I've got the ISP's modem, which is also a router, which is downstairs. And then I've got the upstairs router. They're both hardwired together. So I'm not relying on a wireless connection to connect my machine to the internet. And each of those routers has 2 networks. There's the 2.4 gigahertz and the 5 gigahertz network. They also both have guest networks for both the 2.4 and the 5 gigahertz. So I could technically be running 8 wireless networks in the house. And I can see like the neighbours' routers on either side, and yeah, you soon run out of sort of free channels to use. Now, this is my promoted spy, isn't it? Disrupt rocketry as if 2 levels more experienced. Let's go and try and disrupt his rocketry. How's he actually doing? He's getting the tech. He's trying to launch the satellite. He's getting there. It's getting a bit scary. Our scout has run into some barbarians down here, which is not good. And, you know, what do you want me to do about it now? Because we can't actually go anywhere. We can't get away from them now. It'd be nice if Congo did something about those.
In order to rally people, governments need enemies. If they do not have a real enemy, they will invent one in order to mobilize us.
Unit maintenance cost reduction, 2 gold. So that'll bump our income up significantly. Look at that, 304 gold per turn. To be fair, the reason why I don't use 5 gigahertz for everything is because there's still a couple of devices in the house that aren't compatible with it. There's like a, I think the missus's work laptop isn't compatible with 5 gigahertz. And I think her older iPad and my iPad aren't compatible with it because they're both older. Also, even though there's a 5 gigahertz router here in this room, I don't get nearly as strong a signal connecting to it as I would the 2.4. So the whole thing's a bit bit rocky sometimes, a bit hit and miss. We'll attack you because we can. I want to see what's on the rest of this little bit of land up here, to be honest. You can heal up. You're going to go and repair that. You can go to sleep for now, I think. Yeah, that's the thing. There's still too much tech that doesn't run on 5 GHz. So that finishes steel for us. Where did you spawn? The camp's down there. So let's start moving you down towards it. So now that we've got that done, 115 gold to upgrade these guys to battleships. Oh my. Can't upgrade that one yet. There is another one over here. Caravel we can upgrade to an ironclad. I think it might be time to go and pay a visit to Delhi. No, I could have also upgraded the other one that was up there. She wants to peace out now. She wants to give me 5 gold a turn, which is all she's got. No, she won't give me a city. I'll peace out. I don't want to be at war with her. Oh yeah, that's the point. I completely forgot about the Fire Stick. Yeah, Fire Stick doesn't work on 5G. I must admit though, I mean on the 2.4 GHz, I mean the Fire Stick in this... I used to have the Fire Stick on the downstairs TV, but we got a new TV that's got that built in. So the TV in the living room, which is a smart TV, is hardwired into the downstairs router. The little tiny, I say tiny, the little 20-inch portable TV that's in this room, that's got the Fire Stick in it now. And it's probably about 12, 15 feet away from the router, and it doesn't have any problems most of the time. I mean, I can be online gaming or streaming a YouTube video. The missus can be watching something on Netflix, and it's absolutely fine. But yeah, it doesn't support 5G. But you can get the Fire TV box, which actually has Ethernet connection on. It's also got a faster processor, so if you want to use it for like media serving and stuff like that, it's much better for that. Well, we'll keep exploring around here. This is a very upgraded unit. I really don't want to lose it, but I mean, I think we've got rid of all of the nasties up here now. Stock exchange, let's keep that money coming in. Not a lot we can do with you, so while we have monies, let's get you upgraded. We also want to get you upgraded. Now, I'm really not sure how easy it is going to be to get to Delhi. I'm not sure if there's a way around the coast. Now, where is Delhi? Delhi's up here. So, unless there's a way in through there, which there might not be. I'm not 100% convinced that there is. But we're not at war anymore. What happened to that caravan? That ironclad? Battleship, battleship, battleship. Where's my ironclad? Did I delete it by accident or something? I definitely had one, right? It was a caravel, and I upgraded it into an ironclad. Ironclad. Oh, you're on this city. Right, wrong city. There we go. So let's get you guys moved over to here. I want to try and see if there's a way to get around there. That's the important thing. As for you, you can probably go back to the city. I love how when a barbarian camp spawns, where there is a road, there's already a road, the road moves to go around the camp. So that's quite nice. We can actually... Oh, that's the scout, isn't it? Who did somehow manage to get away from these guys. I don't know how. So let's just get rid of all these notifications, go on to the next turn. Yeah, well, of course, Wise is the other thing. The only cable that I've got running is one network cable that runs from the downstairs router to the upstairs router. And that is literally one of those very flat Ethernet cables that you can basically tack flat along the wall and goes under the doors. Because I couldn't... It's a rented property, so I couldn't drill holes anywhere anyway, really. Being denounced by everyone, which is fairly standard. Because everyone thinks I'm a warmonger, even though the last war was declared against me. Where do you think you're going with that unit? Try and head it off if we can. We probably won't be able to get it too easy, but we did get the camp, so... Let's go for the stock exchange. 300 gold per turn is very nice. Guess we could start working on a shipyard here. No, let's get more traders, actually. Let's get all the trade routes filled where we can. You need a monument. We'll also queue up the market. And you're going to come over there and do another repair. Antananarivo is normally the one to trade with. And another battleship. So all we need to do is see if it's possible to actually get to Delhi. Because if we can get over there... Right, so you've actually started to explore this continent. It looks like there might be a gap through here. If that's the case, we're going straight for Delhi. Don't like all of these barbarians everywhere, but there's not a lot I can do about it. I'm very sorry, Mormor, but it looks like you are possibly speaking in Polish, and I do not understand Polish. In fact, in all honesty, I don't understand any language other than English, so I don't quite understand what you're saying. I'm very sorry. Let's go and get combustion. We want to get bombers at some point as well. So let's try and move over here. I'm fairly certain we are going to be able to get into the area behind India. And we don't want to trade with India. Okay, so let's look for another trade route. Oh, don't tell me that. I was worried that that had crashed then, because I know it does slow things down. Changasha to Antananarivo. Changasha. And let's start getting over here with these boats. Not too worried about you. Getting that wheat could be useful, but I think we'll just put you back in the city for now, and you can go to sleep. Let's use this knight to go and kill you. I'm not sure whether it does or not, to be honest, Michael, but in my experience, the Google Translator's not particularly great. It can just about manage sort of French, Spanish, German, Italian to a certain degree. But Slavic languages it really seems to struggle with, and Cyrillic languages is even worse. No, luckily Congo seems to be killing that unit off. Or trying at least. Enemy succeeded in stealing 120 gold. Wow. I must admit, the only opportunity I ever really got to learn another language was when I was at high school, and it was part of our national curriculum, where everyone learnt to speak a second language. And the standard in the UK is you learn to speak French, because obviously, you know, France being our immediate neighbour. So I spent 3 or 4 years learning French. Travelled to France on a couple of occasions as part of, you know, school trips. And everyone in all the places we went to spoke English. So it wasn't even really that much of a reason to use the French we'd learned. On top of that, since leaving school, I haven't even left the country. So I've had absolutely no reason to use one of those languages. We still don't have anywhere for great works of music. So we're just going to have to go ahead and park you somewhere for now. I did start to learn Russian at one point through Oh, what are they called? Rosetta Stone. I started to learn Russian just for my own amusement. I mean, I've got absolutely no practical reason for learning Russian, but I just decided that it'd be nice to learn another language. But it was quite an expensive course, so I just sort of did the trial, and one thing left to another, and I never really continued with it after that. And I've forgotten, pretty much forgotten most of it now. I can just about remember Здравствуйте, which is like good day or hello. Or Здравствуй, if you want the short version of it. But that's about all I can remember at the moment. We can get a great merchant. I didn't even check what he gave us. And we can get a great artist. So as we can, we shall. Right, let's go get the market here. Getting lots of nice stuff. Let's go and repair that campus then. And Tananarivo it is. How much are we making? 331 gold per turn. Let's go and clear this camp out. The city-state will probably get it, but at least it'll be out of my way. Let's go see if we can finish those guys off. You can come back home. Not sure if we want that wheat tile or not, to be honest. So what do you give us? Increase the trade route capacity by 1. 25% tourism rate towards other civilizations that we have a trade route to. Not really sure we needed an extra trader, if I'm honest. But we've got one. Works for great arts. Rio. So let's transfer you to Rio. I'm going to move you to Mecca because I've got a worker there, so we need to get you out of the way. That's fine. Did you not transfer, or was it a different one? No, we just... Oh, that's the musician. Yeah, we can't do anything with the musician. Again, at the risk of clicking on this and it lagging out. Yeah, that makes sense, Michael. I know. It's funny, most of the people that I know who are American do speak Spanish. It's actually quite bad because my best friend lives in Africa, in Namibia, but he's actually South African. But as well as speaking English, he can speak Afrikaans and German, and he speaks a little bit of, like, Zimbabwe and a few other bits and pieces. Kenyan, or I don't know. He speaks bits and pieces of a few languages. And then I've got several friends who are continental European. So I've got Dutch friends, I've got a Belgian friend, I've got a Swedish friend, and they all speak English. Perfectly fluent English. And then obviously Marbazir's Polish and speaks English as well. So many people in Europe speak English as a second language, but most people in England... Well, some people in England don't even speak English very well, let's put it that way. But yeah, I think when it comes to England, despite the fact that it's part of the curriculum that everybody learns a second language, I think there are very few people in England that do actually fluently speak a second language. Tula. I think we've already sent one to Aleppo, so we want to send one to Tula. We're very, very slowly making our way around to the front door of... Yeah, we can get around there as long as these borders don't expand too much. Now the thing is, what we would want to do is keep... Well, we'll have to keep Delhi if we want to go for a domination victory, but then that would allow us to upgrade and repair these units, so... That's kind of the plan that we're going for at the moment. Builder's going to go to sleep. Did you not actually clear that camp out? Or is it because the turn hasn't cycled around yet? I think the turn didn't cycle. Yeah, there we go. Camp was actually cleared out by Antananarivo. I thought that Cabal Pikeman was going to get it, but obviously Antananarivo moved first. So, power plants. Yes, very good. Now we're working on combustion, so that will then allow us to grab this oil. We might even have a second source depending on how things work out. Let's kill this camp off. Yeah, Google Translate can be okay sometimes. What I tend to notice with Google Translate, though, is that it translates... Oh, the thing's been pillaged anyway. What I've noticed with Google Translate is it tends to just translate things literally. So it'll do like a word-for-word translation, which isn't always helpful, because sometimes it gets the context wrong. And of course, if the other person can't speak English to begin with, then it can lead to quite a few translation errors. Let's go and get the coal, actually. It is extra production, I suppose. So that's cleared. You can move back up towards the city. Antananarivo. I hope Antananarivo never falls. In my opinion, the main difference... If I was to summarise the differences between Civilization 5 and 6 as one main difference, it's the district system. So in Civilization 5, every single time you build a building in your city, it all gets built within the city centre, and then all of the other tiles are just upgrades to the tiles themselves. Like you can add a farm or a lumber mill to a wood, or put a camp over some deer, or a pasture over cattle, things like that. But in Civilization 6, you actually have these districts. So if you want to build your commercial buildings, like a bank or a market, you have to build a commercial hub. If you want to build production buildings, like a workshop or a factory or a power plant, you have to build an industrial zone. And you've got your sort of culture theatre district as well, and you've got your campuses here where you build all your science buildings like libraries and universities. So all of these districts take time to build, but they get bonuses from what they're adjacent to. So for example, the campus district gets a +1 bonus to science for being next to a mountain. This one is next to 4 mountains, which is why I built it there. So it gets 4 bonus science per turn from being next to 4 mountains. Also, the wonders. In Civilization 5, wonders got built in the city. Wonders now take up tiles on the map and can only be built in certain places. So that's definitely the biggest difference as far as I'm concerned. There are quite a few other things as well. I mean, changes to the way that science works and the civics trees. I actually did a video on the channel when it first came out. It's about an hour long. But I basically go through all of the sort of main differences between 5 and 6. But it is still on the channel. If you've ever got an hour of your life that you want to kill, then that's probably the video to do it. But I do try and go through all the reasons why you might prefer one game over the other. I've had a lot of fun with Civilization 6. I do enjoy it. I think it's a really good game, but it does have its problems. And I still think if you've got neither, Civilization 5 is better value. Because it's always in the sale. You can pick up Civilization 5 plus both expansions, plus all the DLC for a very small price. And it's got years worth of mod support as well. So we need to get through here. We can already see India has frigates. Now it is an armada, but it's a frigate. That's not going to do much against battleships. This guy's lagging behind, but we'll get him as far forwards as we can. What's this going on here? Success at disrupting rocketry. Excellent. So you get a promotion. If caught on a mission, much higher chance to escape. Yes, definitely. Because we'll probably want to keep trying to disrupt the rocketry there. And now I'm getting to the point where I'm like just kind of building anything randomly. But still making a lot of money. Choose. Oh, did we actually get caught? Try and escape via boat. We succeeded. Spy escaped. And we'll get him home, we'll send him again. I can't believe that another camp has spawned up here already. Let's go up here with our vastly overpowered field gun. So that's you cleared out. We'll go and get that on the next turn. Barbarian Ironclad. There's another camp that spawned down here as well. They're respawning so quickly. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that. Just because we can. Antananarivo. Can't believe how much money I'm racking up now. But yeah, definitely glad we managed to disrupt Delhi's rocketry. That'll slow them down, but we're going to go and take Delhi anyway, so... Try to be careful about the number of cities that I take now. I don't want to go overboard. Oh, it's always nice when you when you look at cities and go, hang on a minute, that wasn't one of my original cities, the name's wrong. Stealing up all the great people. Sure, let us repair the shipyard for 2 turns. Must have been pillaged by somebody. Why have I still got a battleship all the way over here? Let's see if we can become the suzerain of Jakarta again. Sounds like we did. I didn't realise I'd still got a battleship all the way over here that I'd left behind. He's quite a distance away, actually. Now, we can actually see Delhi here. So, what I'm going to do at this point is I think I'm actually going to go and declare the war. See... Declare a formal war, it's still a severe warmonger penalty, so we might as well just not bother and just declare a normal straight up surprise war. What difference does it make? Main reason that I wanted to declare there is I wanted to get rid of that. See, you can't actually get rid of the admiral directly. 2 movements. See, why can't I move on to that tile? That's what I want to do. Not really bothered about Mumbai, so we're just going to try and move through with all of these units. You're going to clear that camp. You are going to run away from the scout. Although I'm still convinced the scouts don't actually capture workers and settlers. They will kill... well, they will pillage trade routes. Let's move you over there. I'm just going to run him because I can't be bothered to micromanage where he goes. Hello there, Kenny. It's like you've got some caps lock Tourette's there, man. What's going on? My troops are too close to your borders. I don't care. Do you not remember you declared war on me just a tiny little while ago, and you're moaning because my units are on your borders? Well, do you know what? They're going to be a lot closer to your borders very soon. So we've got that one patch of oil. We really need a second one. And we don't have a second one. Well, not yet anyway. 1, 2, 3. That one is outside of our range. There's no easy way to grab that. See, this is the thing. You can have all of this territory and yet still not actually have the resources you need. Now, I forgot India had a city down here, which was a little bit of a mistake, but I've got plenty of units that can come down here and we'll take that city out. We'll take it off. We'll take it off India's hands for them, for sure. They really don't need to have it. So I'm really not concerned about those guys down there. Rio, you can repair the theatre square because we need to get the art museum and the amphitheatre done. So I'll try and remember that that's what I am doing. Yeah, I do seem to be getting quite a following of Kens, Kenneths, and Wilsons. Let's go down there and grab the cattle. And you're going to work down here. Again, the sound effect's doing that weird thing where it's looping again. Another one of those things that you would suspected would have been fixed a long time ago. Always make sure we keep a spy in Delhi. I thought we had another spy there that was actually trying to capture the, or trying to siphon funds. I want to make sure I keep a spy there because I want to be able to see the city itself. But he does have some units around, so we will try and sink them where we can. Don't really want to use the ironclad if I can help it. I'd sooner keep that at full health. Just use that for taking the city. So let's hurry up and get the rest of these units in. And yep, another camp we need to clear. This camp's gonna start spawning units very quickly. Because we've been detected. That's the ironclad. You can stay there. Yeah, we've only got that one source of oil. Need more oil. Because at some point I'd like to start building planes. Bombers make life very, very easy when you're going for domination. Now the question is, how much of a fight is Delhi going to put up? Oh, you've got an 80 crew there. That came out of nowhere. It's a shame we're going to have to sink it. It's got a lot of combat strength, you'll notice, because it's a crew. Still can't get it down to 0. Can we finish it off with the ironclad? No, even the ironclad can't finish it. That is one strong unit they've got there. What do we want to do down here? We could go for Big Ben. We'd have to get rid of a good tile, which I don't really want to do. What about if we went for the Hermitage instead? We could still... Actually, will Big Ben go on that tile? No. Okay, let's just... We don't even need the sewer, really. Let's just go for the commercial hub investment and we'll just get rid of the sewer. We don't need it. Beijing. Arena, because you've got amenity problems still. This is where we're just going to run into the Indian fleet. So I don't really have a use for you. Let's just get you in over here. So we're going to start firing at all of these Indian units that are close by. Should be able to kill them off fairly easily. And we'll take Agra out as quickly as we can. That'll be easy enough with these bombards that we've got up here. So we'll just start bringing units down. And, yeah, great works. Start doing that. You can go to main. I suppose 10 gold's fine. You can go to mains. We will be going to war with Germany at some point. Yeah, I really don't want to attack you with the ironclad. Because you'll kind of come off worse. There we go. There's another camp cleared. Wonder how many turns it's going to take to actually take Delhi down. Hoping it's not too many. So where are you off to? Oh, there's an Indian unit trying to come in here as well. That's fine. Do you know what? We can upgrade these guys to artillery. We find the right one. So let's go ahead and do that. Because artillery will be very useful for us. Can't actually attack you in the water, I don't think. You've got crossbow over there as well. You've got very out-of-date units, though. So that does make it a little bit easier for me. So keep trying to move units down where we can. St. Petersburg. Still got amenity problems. But get the power plant because you can. And you could get an entertainment complex as well. I guess now's probably a good time to do it. Because we still have a happiness issues in a lot of different places. You are at your housing cap, so go ahead and get a neighborhood. And you can't really move any further because of the other unit. Who's got a promotion? You've got a promotion. Combat strength versus city defenses. Let's go and take another little look. Don't know where that unit went. I'm not too concerned by it. We do want to try and keep out of range of these encampments, though. But yeah, we do need to keep our eye on those units and just see where they end up. Let's pop you again. We're never going to get that builder, are we? He's just not going to head in this direction. Let's go ahead and get the cattle. Where did these guys come from as well? Why are they over on this side of the city? Finally, you can get back into our own territory. Antananarivo. Trusty old Antananarivo. This Brazilian frigate as well has been down here for like 100 turns and hasn't moved. It's been there since we went to war with them. They just haven't moved it from that tile at all. You can go to sleep. Coming for you, Gandhi. Here is a bombard moving in right next to the city. So he's got cities up here as well, but he's really not going to be able to do much to us.
Some of it may rub off on you.
Will you let me take that shot? There we go. Thank you. Wasn't a huge amount of damage. We can do a fair bit if we move in closer. Yeah, yes we can. We definitely also want to really move in with our really good... why don't we have our general with you either? It's because you upgraded, isn't it? So we don't want the trader. I don't want the city. I want the artillery that's in there. You can't hit from there, which is unfortunate. We have an anti-tank crew, which we can definitely hit if we move into the city. We should be able to weaken these units up pretty quickly, pretty easily. The Night Corps might be a little bit more tricky, but I'm not overly concerned about it, to be honest. So let's keep moving in. There was a trade route there I could have pillaged if I'd have been a little bit quicker. Okay, we can see they have some units. Well, the one to worry about is the battleship, because the musketman's not really going to hurt us while it's in the water. So let's go ahead and get rid of the battleship first. And then we'll consider sinking the musket. So there's the battleship down. Let's move in with you. Also move up with that ironclad. But stay out of range of the district, out of the encampment. Right, you go up there, because you can attack that bombard, I suppose. You're going to heal up. Don't really want you guys in the water. You were supposed to attack that unit, not move into the water, but never mind. So you're attacking me with a crossbow. Good to know. Ah, war elephants coming in there. They're getting a lot of units all of a sudden, you'll notice. Luckily, your swordsman's too busy attacking the barbarians, which is nice. Again, I'm not concerned about this. It's going to be a little bit of micromanagement just clearing this all up. But overall, I think it should be easy enough. That mostly killed the crossbow. Let's go ahead and just move in with you. This artillery should be able to... Why can't you reach the other artillery? There you go, now you can. Well, you can reach the bombard. That didn't even get a kill. Disappointed. Very disappointed. Let's go and work on the elephant first. Well, that was a very, very weak unit. You should be able to get close enough to reach the catapult. That'll go down in like a single shot. You can hit this knight. Hopefully you can kill it off, otherwise he's going to pillage my trader. That's a Night Corps. You didn't quite get it. We might be able to finish off... Do we get a double shot with this cannon? I think we don't, do we? Nearly killed that guy off, though. What do we want over here? Let's get the stock exchange. Who gets a promotion? One of these ships. More damage against defences. Right, now then, what we want to be able to do... We've got quite a few units in there. But we do want to try and get close enough to hit it with everything. It's actually got a frigate armada in there. It's only frigates, though. I'm tempted to just start pillaging these. Got to be careful here, because we will start taking damage. If I start taking too much damage, I'll just pull the units out, so they can all go in at once. It's an easy kill on a crossbow there. And of course making gold for doing that as well. 10,500 gold now. So we can just basically buy all of the units we're ever going to need. I just wonder how much damage my ships are going to take from Gandhi. Can't chase you down, which is annoying. Okay, we can kill that bombard off. Nice and easy. We can probably do some damage to that bombard. Wasn't enough to kill it off, but that's fine. All of a sudden... All of a sudden... It's like India doesn't want to play anymore. Can't imagine why. Well, you're dead. You've tried to back up. Antananarivo is getting attacked here, but I think they're okay. Novgorod, you can work on the power plant. Now, before I do anything else, I want to know what's going on up here. Where is it? This isn't actually all that far away from where I am. You see, I'm actually quite close to this side of things. So let's back up a little here. Because they've decided to move out with that musketman. So I'm going to use that as an excuse to just try and do damage to it. I'm also going to go over here and attempt to keep pillaging these trade routes. Because they're just too tempting targets to leave. Frigate Armada not quite down. And they've actually got a battleship armada in there as well. But 3 battleships still trump a battleship armada. In fact, it's soon to be 4 battleships. And depending on how long it takes us to get there, 5 battleships. Ironclad again, I'm just going to keep you at the back, because you're literally there to capture the city. Let's try and siphon funds. The chances are we might even capture the city before that gets a chance to fire off, but we'll give it a go anyway. So let's keep moving south with you, I guess. Well, at least she's not declaring war on me this time. It's what you did last time. Remember, she's denouncing me because she thinks I'm a warmonger, but she declared war on me. And then I never declared war on her. Yeah, it does that from time to time, Mike. I'm not entirely sure why. There's sometimes it's very, very active, and then other times it just fades away into nothing.
It has been demonstrated that
stunned silence. Let's see if we can just trap you in there. Again, we've got another barbarian camp that's spawned over here, which is a pain. You've got a promotion, so let's give you +1 range. Brilliant to have on an artillery. Would be nice if we could get that, but we can't quite see in enough to do it. You guys are trying to move some units in. Now, this isn't something that I appreciate, so I'm going to start heading in there to go and kick some ass and take some names. Let's go for advanced ballistics. I think we really want to get the machine guns where possible. And if we're going, we probably want to go fascism if we are doing a sort of a militaristic domination type game. Let's get the zoo. We definitely still have immunity problems. And let's start moving south with you guys. I want to go ahead and start taking this city out as soon as possible. Antananarivo, a little bit dangerous considering these units here, but I think Antananarivo are helping us, in all honesty. Right, let's see how much damage we can do to this battleship armada, as it's actually left the safety of the city. If I have to use this ship to fire at it, I will, and I'll leave the trader alone. Because I'd much rather get this thing killed off. This is far more important than pillaging the trade route. It's not like I'm short on money right now. And it actually survived. And I'd take quite a bit of damage if I tried to kill it off with the ironclad, so we will just use that ship for now. So that's a very, very expensive unit there that India's just lost. And again, the little ironclad just sort of nice and safe in the middle there. Won't be long before Delhi falls now. So again, what can we do? You can't do a lot, you're just going to move down, I suppose. I'm still expecting a lot of units that might come in from this direction, but again, it's not a huge problem. Now Germany's denouncing me again, fairly standard. We'll probably have to try and get one of these units in. Chase that swordsman down. I'm not going to use the knight. But we will give chase. Nothing else coming in from that direction that we can see. There is a settler there that can pretty much stay there. Let's move in with you. I'm actually going to move right next to the city because I want line of sight on it for the artillery. That did less damage than I expected, I'll be honest. Let's move you in. Let's move you down here. So we want to get this other artillery down here as quick as we can. And we've got a promotion to one of these ships. Now, we can't grab you, can we? No. We move, and then we just sort of stop, and we can't attack you, which is a little bit weird. So, who got the promotion? You got the promotion. Let's give you... heal outside of friendly territory. Always handy. You're going to grab that, because it's free and easy. Everybody else, then... Where's that? Right, you're going to start now attacking Delhi. See how much damage we can do. You've got an attack range of 3. So if you move over here to that tile, Delhi can't hit you, but you can hit Delhi. You've also got an attack range of 3. So, but you cannot move even though you've got movement. Why can't you move? See, I tried to attack this admiral and it wouldn't let me. Still says that I've got movement left, but it won't actually let me move. It's like I'm engaged to the unit. Right. Cancel. Yeah, that's really weird. That's got to be a bug. That has to be a bug. And again, you're just going to sit there. We do have another battleship coming in to help, though. You're just going to fortify. You can't really do much, so you just skip a turn. I can't believe how many promotions that unit's got. Now, then what we can do is start to thin these guys out. I'm still very worried about this Knight Corps here pillaging my traders. Wow, really? You left him with 2 hit points? Disappointed, game. Disappointed. Right, you're actually attacking Wow, that was a lot of damage. Why is that city doing so much damage? Right, artillery. You're going to get destroyed if you don't move out of range, so you've got to move out of range. You can't really move into range, so I guess you're just going to stay there, but that was a lot of damage to take. You've healed yourself up by pillaging something. I don't know what it was, or maybe it was a promotion. Either way, you're not going to survive a second barrage, so take that. Now you guys are moving sort of towards the city, which is fine, because that makes you an easy kill, basically. You've got a unit in the water, which is... Really? I'd only get a minor victory for that? Fine, I guess we shall come down here. Again, more trade routes that I could take out, but... let's go and move you down here. So now every single one of these guys should now be able to attack Delhi. If we just get Delhi done with, it'll make it all a lot easier. Because I really don't need to waste time pillaging these trade routes. India's defences are so high. There's so little damage to their defences. And again, I'm just going to put you to sleep. Oh yeah, we've got another battleship coming in as well. So let's sort of get you into position. You've got a range of 3 as well, but we'll probably have to... Well, I don't really want to move you any further in, to be honest, because then you're in range of the city. So that was an anti-tank crew firing directly at my... Oh, you actually were close enough to the other city there. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, we might end up losing this infantry here. I have no idea why that city has so much health. Now, you do have an upgrade... Combat strength when fighting in a district. We're going to have to take that. I don't really want to lose it, but... Taking these city walls down, I don't really know if that's going to be possible. I'm still totally baffled as to how it has so much combat strength. As it is. So I'm a little bit worried about that. You're moving back in there, but that's fine. Where have you come from? Probably up there. Some of these units are just really annoying me now. You took a lot of damage. You need to back out. You need to promote. Everybody else continue to attack Delhi. I'm just ignoring the trade routes that I could be pillaging. Yeah, I moved into position. I thought I'd be missing the district, but I forgot that there was another city there. Now, I can't really get you into a position unless I get you so close to Delhi that Delhi could hit you, which I don't really want to do. Now, I can move you here, though. Now, I don't have a line of sight on that. But you are out of range, so I am just going to skip a turn with you. We'll use you later should we need to. Let's keep getting some more traders, actually. Because we're not quite at capacity there. Baghdad. You don't have a monument for some reason. Then a stock exchange. Might have to use that knight to kill you off, actually. Was it enough? Yes, it was. Okay, good. And again, I'm going to try and finish off that Night Core. A fair whack of damage to it, actually, with a single shot. Just don't want him pillaging stuff. And Tananarivo's doing okay. Yeah, we're probably going to lose that guy. You want to make peace? Not yet. No problem at all, Mike. Thanks a lot for stopping by. And I'll see you again on another stream. I don't know how we actually survived that. I'm actually quite amazed by it. But if I could just get the fortifications down on this city. But it has so much fortifications. You've crossed the river, so you can't shoot now, unfortunately. But I'm hoping you do survive. Right, can we finally get you killed? Because you are annoying me no end. Right, okay, finally got rid of him. So you can move into there. You can actually be upgraded to a tank. You've earned that right. You've earned that privilege now. Let's get a submarine. Or 8. Again, you've spawned over here. That's annoying. But we do have a road. So we can probably kill you off and clear the camp out. The stream's not going to be too much longer anyway. I'm probably only going to stream for about another 40 minutes and then I'll call it a night. And then the next time we stream this game, it will probably conclude the game, to be honest. We'll probably get it done by then. Did we actually get that night finished off? Maybe the city-state got it. And then the next game we play will probably be RimWorld, just for fun. What are we on? We're not on a farm, are we? So we'll just continue to fortify until healed and hope we survive. You guys fortify up. So another round of bombardments at Delhi. If we can actually take Delhi's fortifications right down, then I can risk moving in closer than 2 tiles. So we just need to get their defences down to 0. Can't believe that I'm avoiding or not taking all of these opportunities to pillage trade routes. We've got promotions here as well. You, I'd like to be able to take a shot, but you can't get in anywhere, so you're going to skip a turn. You are going to rest and repair. Can you actually repair? Heal outside of friendly territory. Luckily, the one that actually took the damage is the one that can heal outside of friendly territory, so that's useful. Yeah, we're probably going to lose this guy if the city decides to attack. No, the city's actually attacking the field cannon. Now, it was actually good for me because he's basically just split up his attack. If he'd have focus fired on the infantry, he'd have killed the infantry. So again, that's the AI being a bit derpy there. We will need to move both of these units out. That's advanced ballistics done. Right, let's see what we can do. First of all, we'll take the shots with both... both of the artillery. Now that's got the garrison down to 2 health. 2 health is no good. 2 health can still attack. So we'll fire one more shot. Right, so the city cannot fire back now. It's got no defences. Our second shot, we will fire at those guys and hopefully weaken them up enough so that they cannot kill this infantry. We'll get the infantry to fortify. At the same time, we're going to bring another infantry down here because we'll need something to take the city. That's the plan. So, you've got a promotion. I'm going to just move you out 1. I'm going to shuffle everybody up 1 so that I can move this guy in. So, you can take your promotion. We'll give them all heal outside of friendly territory. Seems to be the most useful thing when you've had to travel this far away. The thing is, though, Afro, it's like... I think the randomness of it is what makes it interesting. It's that story aspect, that story element, that means you can play the game over and over again. I think that's why I got bored of Prison Architect so quickly, because once you basically go through the fact that you pretty much always build everything in the same order every single time, there doesn't really become a lot of point to play it again after you've already sort of built everything. It becomes old fast. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be playing RimWorld on any sort of amazingly high difficulty. I will be playing on super casual mode until I know what I'm doing. But as always, I'll be playing to have fun. I never play games like that to... What's the word I'm looking for? I never play games like that to sort of say, oh, well, you know, I can beat this game on the hardest difficulty. That's not what I do. Let's get you upgraded. As far as I'm concerned, you play games to have fun. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. Need to clear that camp. Need to clear the other one up to the top. Could do with one more oil. That's still not really a favourable deal. But you know what? It's not like I'm trading it with anybody else. And he does give me an extra amenity, so... Well, an extra luxury, I should say. So that helps a little bit. So it shouldn't be long before we have our 2 cities. So you've got a promotion now, so I'm going to swap these 2 guys back around. Now you're the one with the promotion, and again, heal outside of friendly territory. Everybody else is going to attack. So Delhi's defences are almost down. They do have a unit in there, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Still haven't got their defences down to 0 yet. Got another promotion there. Fantastic. What do we want to work on here? Still got immunity problems going on everywhere. Can we get Big Ben anywhere? Yeah, if we get rid of a farm, let's go and do that. And you are moving towards that barbarian camp. For some reason we can't see it. You can go to... No, not to Hattusa. That seems like a little bit of a risk. So where's the next decent route we want to get? They're bringing more units in over here again. Medina. So let's transfer you to Medina. So we want to make sure that we've got some units over here ready to deal with these guys. But again, I'm not overly concerned about that. You did survive. Somehow, you can be upgraded to a machine gun. Which I think you probably should be. You can't attack on this turn, unfortunately. The city can't shoot at him, though, so he's fine. I'm just worried about the anti-tank crew attacking this infantry. I'm going to move this unit forward, so at least if the anti-tank crew does move there, I can potentially shoot at him with 2 units. Let's start heading over that way with you. Now then, this tank, you're going to go over here to deal with that. On to the next turn. One of the things I love about EU4 is... we are going to lose that unit. That was annoying. One of the things I love about EU4 is actually seeing how the game unfolds, how the world changes. Like my current game, where England has pretty much been wiped out between Scotland and France. It's such a weird thing sometimes to look at the map and see stuff like that that's happened. And you sort of think, how did things get in that situation? Just realised machine guns only have a range of 1 as well, so he won't actually be able to reach that guy. We'll do a lot of damage to him. We will hit him with these guys as well. Try and do as much damage as possible. You get a second shot. So we did lose our melee unit, but at the same time they've just got a pretty expensive unit lost as well. So you can move into the city for now. You're going to move down here. And the city's going to fire at that bombard. India are really trying to move in with some pretty high level units here. They are trying hard. And we can certainly afford to buy some more units. We could just go in here if we wanted, and we can just buy ourselves another machine gun. So I'll probably go ahead and just do that. Aleppo, go and get a bank. So we're just going to have money oozing everywhere, basically. So you've got a promotion. Again, we're going to do the little sort of shuffle. Get everybody back into position. So you can have... Well, you don't even have basic bombardment. You're a sort of a very greenhorn unit. But we're going to keep throwing in those shots. I really should shave. The beard's getting a bit itchy now. I get a bit lazy and I only sort of shave about once a week. Starting to develop the neck beard. That needs to go. Right. Your health, is it low enough to take you? No, that would still be a major defeat. Wow. We basically need to get the health down to 0. Spy gets a promotion. Takes no time to establish presence in enemy city. Brilliant if you want to use it to reveal a city for bombardment from a distance. Now, why can't you build these? So it requires a... This is weird. So you've got a campus. You can't build a university because it requires a library. Oh, you're working on the library. So why have you just gone to the city to do something then? Okay, do the bank first. Why can't you repair the library? Because it's under occupation. Okay, no, fair enough. That makes sense. Now, we're actually just going to go out there. We won't kill it off, or at least we shouldn't do. We got it very low, though. It means we get to hide in the city for a bit. So that's fine. Machine gun needs to move a little closer, but also fine. And let's keep moving over here. You can continue to heal up. And Tannin and Revo. And, yes, let's go over there. Scythia might take him out, though. So I'm going for India first, because, you know, they were looking a bit close to getting a scientific victory, which we don't want to happen. A little bit worried about my artillery there at this point. Wow, what was that going on? Oh, it's a bit of theological combat. Okay, that's fine. We don't mind that too much. This city's still okay for the time being, so we need to get this guy wiped out before he does too much damage to my artillery. So, you've backed off from attacking there. That's fine. So we start off by attacking you with the city bombardment. We need to move there so we can attack you with the machine gun. We can hit you with this artillery. Can we get in and attack you? That would be a stalemate, apparently. Well, actually then, let's go ahead and attack you with this artillery. And then that will kill you off. Meantime, you can heal up a little bit with all your massive amount of promotions. I never keep units alive long enough to get this many promotions on them. Never. Rio de Janeiro, you should now be repairing the amphitheatre. Because we've got a great artist here who needs to go and put something in there. You just stay here. We'll wait for those guys to try and come back in again. Right. Can't quite clear that. Because weirdly enough, tank counts as cavalry, and pikemen are anti-cavalry, so they're very, very strong against tanks. Right, Delhi, it's your time to fall. Not too sure if we'll take any other cities from India. Probably not. Probably just get them low enough to peace out. Or we might take Hyderabad. If they'll allow us to. Decisive victory. We'll take a lot of damage. But we can grab that. So there's Delhi down. Obviously, we've got to keep Delhi. Could do with upgrading that to a destroyer as soon as we can. Now, that actually gives us the spaceport, although it is pillaged. So, we do need to fix that. So, fix the monument, fix the granary, fix the sewer, and then work on the spaceport. Apparently, we can't even repair that. So, I don't know, maybe the power plant. Spy has escaped, so let's go and speak to Gandhi now. Make peace. And obviously we want Delhi. We'll take that from you as well. And we want Hyderabad. You won't give me Hyderabad. Okay, what about... you don't have any money. You're making 43 gold per turn, though. Toys, jeans, wine, incense, citrus, oil. Yep, that'll do. Again, take one city, and the AI is basically willing to give you everything. So, oh, pants. What did I do that for? I should have waited until I took this city out. I completely forgot about that. Should have taken that city. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter. We don't really need to go to war with India again. We've got their capital. That's all that matters. I was going to raise that city anyway. I wasn't going to keep it. So, what we want to do now is try and find where Scythia's capital is. So I'm going to use one of these battleships to do a bit of exploration. You go and heal up here because it'll be quicker. And, yeah, we'll just sort of find Scythia's capital. So you were spying on Delhi. They might still have money that we can steal. That's 300 and something gold. 136. 184. Yeah, nothing great, actually. So, nobody else is really close to doing anything. Let's go and spy on Congo. Steal some great works, I suppose. Now, you can go and spy on... Is there any point spying on Germany? Let's just go to our own capital. And we'll counter-spy... we'll counter-spy is probably the best thing to do. So we've pieced out now. We've got a capital. We've increased trade route numbers even more. Make all these go away. We need to kill you off. That was a bit of a dirt. We could have taken that other city, but it doesn't really matter. So, looking at the overall scores, we're in second for a religious victory, oddly enough. We're leading domination. Culture Scythia. She's doing quite well, actually. I don't think she's going to win. India's leading for science. Culture... yeah, Scythia's doing quite well there. We could probably do with getting some more culture ourselves, though. But she is going to be our next target, so we should be able to slow that down quite a bit. You want stuff from me for nothing. That's not going to happen. So she will be the next target. We just need to find where the capital is. Make sure that we can actually attack her. Hopefully she's coastal. Oh, that was bad timing. Yeah, I'm actually quite looking forward to playing RimWorld.
In the hierarchy of the major poetic substances,
I do like games where you have a bit more freedom to sort of...
Lost between the effusiveness of rubber and the flat...
I'll just wait for Sean to stop talking because he's putting me off. I do like games where you have the freedom to sort of build things the way you want to, but then you look at games like Roller Coaster Tycoon, and I think sometimes they take it a little bit too far. Because in order to play Roller Coaster Tycoon well, you have to spend so much time micro-managing and being very creative, and I'm not really that creative, so... you've got a promotion. Let's give you Arrow Storm. Arrow Storm on a machine gun, because, you know, that makes a lot of sense. You've got a promotion as well. Let's give you Elite Guard. So you should be able to clear that out. Oh, look at that, Barbarian Settler. I wonder if we can chase you down if we're quick enough. We've still got 15,000 gold. So we can basically buy whatever we want. Might as well trade with Agra. I mean, we're not going to be taking them out now. I am going to be keeping my artillery position here, just in case you decide at any point you are wanting to attack me again. So, yes, we want to try and find where Scythia's capital is. So, she's obviously got a city down here. The problem we've got, we can't actually tell what that city is. So what we're going to do... we can't actually get any sort of religious unit from there. Which is a shame. We can get a missionary, though. Because we can just send the missionary. The missionary doesn't need open borders. This is kind of the plan. I like to use the religious units as scouts. Because they can basically just go through other people's territory. Ironclad definitely needs to heal up. And I don't know what you're doing, to be honest. I guess you could just go back to your own territory. Another trading post created. So, yeah, Gandhi's not happy. Which is not surprising.
Only the mob and the elite can be attracted by the momentum of totalitarianism itself.
Yeah, so we
have to be won by
still can't really see what's going on. Let's go ahead and just pick up nuclear program. We can change our government. Let's go ahead and do that now. Pick up fascism. And less war weariness is always useful. 4 gold from each research lab, military academy and power plant would be very useful. International trade routes provide 1 gold per luxury and strategic resource improved at the destination, as well as 2 culture and 2 science. Not sure which one of those is going to be worth more to me. Though we don't really need the great scientist points, do we? So let's get rid of that. And let's take both of those. Not that we really need the gold. But like I said, you can never have too much gold. 527 gold per turn. We basically build whatever we want. Gonna get an aerodrome. And the plan is we can get some aircraft carriers at some point. Maybe take some bombers out should we need them. Clear that camp. Send you back home. And all of these guys I'm just going to get to fortify now. We don't really have a use for them. You, on the other hand, are going to start moving in this direction. Because I want to see what city this is. You're going to try and capture this settler. You'll probably fail. Antananarivo. Yeah, we're not too bothered about the tech there. So everybody else, I should have put it to sleep actually there, instead of just telling it to skip turn. Oh, getting a bit of a sore back. So definitely be calling this very soon. It's sort of 20 to 1 in the morning almost. Well, it's gone 20 to 1, it's almost quarter to 1, so... Don't want to be going for too long. Also, it means I can avoid putting 4-hour-long videos on the channel. Let's go ahead and get another trader. Do you know what? Let's go ahead and get an archaeologist first. We have ourselves a submarine. Do love submarines. Let's go get you moved out here. And we have another spy. Guess we can keep spying on India. And you can fortify as well. And we've got ourselves another free settler. Which I'll probably just sell. Or just disband, because there's no point keeping, really. Still can't quite find out what city this is. You just go to sleep. Again, we're already at that point in the game, and this is something I mentioned on a previous stream a little while ago. You get to a point where you're pretty certain that you're going to win, and at that point you're just kind of going through the motions and waiting for things to happen. Alright, Timor, thanks a lot, mate. Thanks for modding, and I will see you tomorrow. We have another great general, who I probably won't be using all that much. I've also had somewhere pillaged. So the barbarians again. Let's get the zoo. Keep those amenities up. Okay, what got pillaged and where? We've got one down here, have we? That's annoying. So, do I have any units nearby at all? No, because I took this guy and I moved him all the way over. So you need to get down here. Hopefully India's not going to forward settle me up here, but they probably will. Again, amenities seem to be the problem more than anything else. Let's go for theatre square festivals here. We'll use the production to give ourselves some more culture. As for the general, just move you. I don't know where I want to move you actually. Do I want to move you anywhere really? We'll just stick you in another city out of the way until we find a use for you. And Tananarivo it is. The war carts are very good in early wars, but they soon drop off. And I think this is the issue with most of the unique units, is that it's not as bad in Civilization 6 as it used to be in Civilization 5. In Civilization 6, because there were so many different upgrades in each path, I mean, if you looked at melee units and you had like warrior and swordsman, longsword, musketman, rifleman, great war infantry, mechanized infantry. There were so many different ones. They changed so quickly. They got obsolete very fast. They don't get obsolete quite as fast in Civilization 6 because there are fewer units in each upgrade line. But I do find that the unique units tend to be outdated very, very quickly. And I think that's why I've been doing so well in my game as the Aztecs. Not because of their unique unit, but because of their ability to do bonus damage based on the number of improved luxuries they've got. That, in my opinion, makes them incredibly strong, because that's extra combat strength that never goes away. So I really like having that. But again, I mean, I try and avoid spoilers if people are watching that particular series and they're maybe not too far through it. But I mean, you know, it is generally assumed that I win a lot of the games that I play. On that particular game, I am now at the point where I'm pretty certain that I'm going to win. So I'm just going through the motions. And that will be my first Emperor domination victory. It won't technically be my first domination victory since the game released, because we did that on the stream the other week. I'm not too sure what I'm doing with this submarine. We can trade to Arga, I suppose. Or Agra. Great General, just go to sleep. Yeah, I don't like things getting pillaged, but not much I can do about them. But yeah, I can't really get in here to see what's going on, so I don't really know what cities these are. And the unfortunate problem is I don't think we're actually going to be able to take this sea via the coast, which is a problem. I was hoping for the possibility of a naval invasion on Scythia, but I don't think that's going to happen. Brazil has pillaged enemy fishing boats with a frigate. Now, who is your enemy? Are you picking on Antananarivo?
Atom power has changed everything except our way of thinking.
Choose a civic. Let's go ahead and get professional sports. Getting the stadium could be useful for us. Grant 2 cosmetics. That'll be really good for us. It's a unique luxury. So that helps us. Let's move you down there and instantly pop that. Let's start getting you back over towards Delhi, where all the action is. And a barbarian spawn down here, although I think he's more my well, he's more India's problem, but we'll shoot at him, we'll help out there. It's all free XP at the end of the day. Right, so how far can we get in with you? Not nearly far enough. Still can't get you, because you're just happy to go and hide. How can that barbarian builder be stood in Arabia's encampment? Because an encampment is basically like a city. It has to be occupied. So how are you standing there? That doesn't make any sense at all. Alright, Tess, thanks a lot for stopping by. I will see you next time. This is probably going to be the last turn anyway, to be honest. I'm starting to flag a little bit here. So I'll just run through the motions of this turn. Not really appreciating what you're doing there, Scythia, but okay. You keep at it. I just want to be able to move in here and see what's going on.
Is the human will.
Right, that's Valletta. That is not your capital city. No idea where her capital is. How many cities does she have, actually? She's got a few. But as well as having these cities here, she's also got... Do we think she's got cities up here? No, it's India. They're all India. So her capital's got to be in here somewhere. Yeah, she might be the hardest one to get to. Who have we got left to get? Congo, Germany, and Scythia. Congo's is inland. That's going to be a pain. Congo's is... Actually, that's not true. Congo's is actually coastal. It's going to be a little bit difficult to actually get into position to hit it. Although we can attack it from this side as well. So, Mbanza Congo we can take. Germany, I can't even see. Germany's in the fog of war somewhere. So it might not be too bad. Let's go for nuclear fission. Reveal the uranium on the map. That might help out slightly. And yeah, we're just basically going to have to wait until we get that missionary in. So we can actually see where she is. But that is the end of the turn. I've been going now for 2 hours and 50 minutes. So I think it's time to have a little break. So I would like to thank everyone for watching. I will upload this stream to the channel, so that should go live within a day or two. And then the next time I'm going to play, I will, as usual, schedule the stream so that you know when it's going to happen. But once we finish this game, then we'll probably move on to RimWorld. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see you next time, and until then, goodbye for now.